Good morning, everyone, and welcome into the Bozard Ford studio for the St. Johns County show that's on in the morning. We have the start of hurricane season. Elderly woman scammed out of $300,000. County weighs public-private waste partnership. And 2 local zip codes have seen exponential growth. Are we okay over there?
Yeah, no, it's Monday.
It's Monday.
He had to talk about for dinner.
We'll get to all that more, but first we want to thank Bozard Ford. Since 1949, Bozard Ford Lincoln has been more than just a dealership. It's been a St. Augustine tradition built on trust, family values, and doing things the right way. For 75 years, generations of drivers have relied on Bozard for quality vehicles and honest service. With over 1,200 vehicles to choose from, no surprise pricing, and the Drive Happy guarantee, Bozard makes car buying truly effortless. That's the Bozard difference. Their award-winning, state-of-the-art facility features 91 climate-controlled service bays, a quick lane for no-appointment maintenance, over 40 mobile service vans to bring the Bozard difference to you, and even Ford's Garage restaurant right there on site. Recognized with the prestigious Triple Crown Award and President's Awards, Bozard Ford Lincoln delivers hometown service with national-level excellence. You'll find friendly faces, great pricing, and a better buying experience just off I-95 and State Road 16. Bozard Ford Lincoln, they are driven to inspire. Also, a big shout out to all of our amazing sponsors. We have Old Town Trolley, Bin 39 Wine Bar, B&S Signs, Canaan Law Attorneys, Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, and Sunny's Barbecue. You can support all of our wonderful sponsors and support us with your likes, comments, and shares. You can follow us on Instagram, subscribe on YouTube and Rumble, and you can download the app from the Apple App Store. Maybe, potentially. Did that get fixed?
Yeah.
Good morning,
we're
everybody.
we're still working on that.
Okay.
So we're still working on that. So.
Awesome.
No.
Good morning.
If you have the app already, you're okay.
You're good.
Don't delete it.
We're doing some adjustments so that people can download again. Some emails got mixed up. In all that fun stuff.
Went to the spam folder and all the things.
Yeah. The flux capacitor. So happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Here we are, refugees from the weekend.
Yes, we have survived another weekend.
Yeah, it was a busy weekend in my house.
Yeah.
I did a lot of accounting work this weekend, which is always fun.
Happy hurricane season.
Why would you say that?
No, it's going to be a good one.
I mean, sure.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. We got
Knocking on wood.
We got some rain to keep like the whole fire situation.
That's good. Yes.
We
did get a lot of rain, so I'm hopeful for 4th of July fireworks.
Yeah. So we're going to have 4th of July fireworks.
We got to break this drought.
Those were never in jeopardy, really, by the way. So,
well, except in 1998.
I know.
Well, that was a different world. You guys, you weren't here yet in '98.
Not in St. Augustine.
Yeah.
No, I was in Niceville.
Niceville.
It's nice there.
Yes.
They changed the name to Niceville.
Yes.
Because Boggyville didn't sound like a prosperous town.
Oh.
So they went from Boggyville to Niceville.
Oh. Okay, that's much better than Boggy.
Boggyville.
Yeah.
Yes.
You could get stuck there.
So we had our own special subsection of rednecks called Boggies.
Okay.
In Niceville.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a whole thing. Blake, how you doing?
I had a friend named Boogie.
Boogie?
Yeah.
I did not have a friend named Boogie. But I went to school with a lot of Boggies.
We called him Bugs. Yeah.
Bugs?
Yeah.
How do you get
Or
a nickname Boogie?
I don't know.
Boogie board or sinus problem?
No. It was just bugs. Yeah, boogers. I don't know. I don't know why we called him Bug. I mean, he's still a friend today. So
Texting in the group chat. Hey.
Yeah. How did you end up with Bug?
It never occurred to me why. Blake, how you doing?
I'm doing well on this Monday morning, but unfortunately, I do not have a friend named Boogie.
Yeah.
No.
No, everyone
I'm Boogie free.
Everyone kind of needs a friend named Boogie. Nicknames were, I think, more popular.
Yeah.
Back in my day, because I mean, everyone wasn't all sensitive. About like, oh, you can't say that.
Yeah.
No, we can. No, we can.
We can, and if you don't like it, that's your nickname.
And it was whatever your infliction was.
Yes.
Is what your nickname was. I mean, we had a guy named One Eye Willie, and Willie had one eye. We had Crippled Scott. Scott was crippled. But only we could call him Crippled Scott.
Yeah. If anyone else said it.
And then we're fighting.
Yes.
And then we're fighting. So, yeah. So, because he was in our group.
I wonder if it's a male thing, because we didn't have nicknames.
I don't want to tell you how
girls.
Dookie got his name.
I had an Uncle Squish,
Yeah.
and he was Uncle Squish because like he ended up with a bowl of squash pushed down on his head, and it made a squish sound.
Yeah. No, I mean, every redhead was Rusty. I mean, it was kind of, it's kind of the way it was in the 70s.
All right.
So
Yeah.
I was lucky. I was Troy Boy, so I was good.
I was
Yeah.
around boys that had nicknames, but the girls never gave each other slightly bullying nicknames.
Mm.
We just,
Well, we didn't see it as bullying. It wasn't bullying. It was like, that's who you were.
affection.
It was.
Yeah.
It was who you were. You were inside the group. You're inside
Yes.
the circle.
And if they called you by your actual name, you weren't anyone's friend.
Yeah, no. I have friends that I didn't know their actual names. I don't think so.
They're still in your phone as Boogie.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So no, there was a guy named Hop that I didn't know his name was Billy until like 5 years later.
All right.
Yeah. But his last name was Hopkins.
So he was Hop.
We called him Hop. So
At least you know the why behind that one.
yeah. So
Do we have a question of the day?
all right. Question of the day. It is National Barefoot Day. So give yourself a percentage. What percentage of your life are you barefoot?
Okay. I only have to leave the house to come here, homeschool community or church, really, because my husband does the grocery shopping. So I mean, like 75% of my life is barefoot. I don't wear shoes a lot.
70%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that's an outrageous number. Blake, what about you, man?
Oh, I'm gonna say, think about it. So, 28.9%.
28.9. So you're the opposite.
28.9. All right.
Yeah. So basically, only when you're sleeping.
Sleeping in the shower in the pool.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm
So
laughing at Nick's nickname.
yeah. What was it?
Nutsack, because it rhymed with his last name.
Oh,
Oh,
makes sense. Makes sense. No, I mean that's the way it was. And he's young.
Yeah.
So that was a harsh nickname for him, but it would have been completely okay. He would have probably been Nutty
Yeah.
in my group.
Would have been shortened.
Yeah. I'm gonna say I'm probably a little bit. I'm gonna say I'm probably 60%
Okay.
barefoot.
All right.
'Cause
60,
I'm not a shoes guy either.
Yeah.
So and I wear flip flops when I can.
I'm almost always in flip flops because the hardest place for my arthritis when it hit, because I had early onset rheumatoid arthritis, was in my feet. And trying to find shoes that don't make it worse is really hard. So I pretty much just went to flip flops, and I wear flip flops most of the time. If I'm in shoe, it's some form of flip flop. You'll almost never see me in closed toed shoes, even when it's cold.
Yeah.
Barbara Jean can attest.
Yeah. No. I'm if I'm not at work.
Yeah.
And this is work, but it's not work to
Yeah.
me. Not saying I don't take it seriously, but it's not work.
Yes.
I do this for all of us.
And your feet are behind a desk here.
And my feet are behind a desk, so I'll flip flop it at Bollock's. I rarely flip flop it here.
Yeah.
I think one day you're like, you wear flip flops a lot.
I know. I was like,
I was
flip-flops?
wearing flip flops
Yeah.
one day, and you're like, do you wear? I normally don't have flip flops
Yeah.
on the morning show.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Because he's going to
I'm
work.
going to work.
after this.
I'm going to work at that point. So
Yep.
So I'm gonna say I'm probably maybe a little more than 60. I'm probably between 60 and 70. I'm gonna go 64.3.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Now it's time for a quick check of the weather.
Oh, there's rain to the south, up to the north part of the county, not so much. But if you're around that Palm Coast area, it's going to get a little moist in that area. The further south you are in the 904, the higher chance of rain you're going to have. We're kind of on that line of the rain today.
So moist down below.
Moist below.
That quick check of the weather brought to you by Ben 39. Discover one of St. Augustine's hidden gems, Ben 39, located inside St. George Inn at the north end of St. George Street. With over 95 boutique wines, including 50 rated 90 points or higher by Robert Parker, Ben 39 is perfect for a date night or unwinding after work. Enjoy wines by the glass or bottle in a peaceful courtyard setting with live music adding to the atmosphere. Open daily from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Just stop in and say, I'll have what Irving's having. Ben 39, your taste to discover. All right, buckle up, baby. It's a Hit the Blake's traffic report.
All right, traffic's looking fine out there. This is Mile Marker 318 looking northbound. So, and it looks like we do have a little bit of southbound traffic slowing down. Looks like coming off the off ramp. So, it looks like we might start to see a little bit of a backup on the off ramp.
Okay.
All right.
That Hit the Blake's traffic report brought to you by Old Town Trolley. Climb aboard the Old Town Trolley and explore over 500 years of St. Augustine history in the most fun and flexible way possible. This fully narrated 90-minute tour features 22 convenient stops and more than 100 points of interest, including the Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Potter's Wax Museum. Enjoy open-air views all day, hop-on, hop-off access, plus free parking at the Old Jail and Welcome Centers with your ticket. And when the sun goes down, experience the city's spooky side with the Ghost and Gravestones tour. Locals ride free with full fare guests through hometownpass.com. Old Town Trolley, the best way to see St. Augustine, one stop at a time. All right, moving into the news.
All right, Blake, and just so that was at State Road 16?
That was north of the State Road 16 exit.
Okay.
All right. Elderly St. Johns County resident allegedly scammed out of more than $300,000 in gold, coins, and cash. A 24-year-old man is behind bars accused of scamming an elderly St. Johns County resident out of more than $321,000 in cash, coins, and gold. St. Johns County Sheriff's Office detectives arrested Yui Su, charging him with organized scheme to defraud, grand theft, and exploitation of an elderly person. Investigators say the victim first made contact with the alleged fraudster through a messaging app and initially invested $20,000 before handing over an additional $75,000 in cash between February and May of this year. The victim believed the investment was growing, but detectives say it was an elaborate scam from the start. Authorities say Sue personally traveled to the victim's home and collected roughly $226,000 worth of gold bars and coins, telling the victim the precious metals were required as payment tied to the investment. All told, the victim lost more than $321,000 in cash and valuables. Investigators tracked Sue to Miami-Dade County, where he was taken into custody and transferred back to St. Johns County. He's currently being held at the St. Johns County Jail on $750,000 bond. The investigation remains ongoing. If you have any information related to this case, you are asked to contact SJSO Property Crimes Unit at 904-824-8304 or email crimetips@sjso.org. Dude. Did she just have these bars, or did she transfer to these bars to hand over?
Yeah. So, I mean, it probably could have been a collection of, over time.
That's wild. That's a lot of money gone.
Yeah.
So it sounds like he portrayed himself as some sort of investment person and wanted to invest her retirement money, I'm guessing. Dang.
Mm-hmm.
That stinks. I'm glad they caught him. I'm glad he's in jail.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So, what's the chances of her recouping?
I doubt anything.
Yeah. Because, I mean, he'll have restitution, but he'll never be able to pay it. So,
yeah.
That'll be part of his...
he's still in jail because he can't get out on bond. So,
yeah.
I'm guessing that money's long gone.
Yeah.
He was down in Miami-Dade. You think he lives down there, or is he trying to get out from there?
Yeah. You think she's going to sue him?
But spelled different way. We've got HSU and SUE.
Yeah.
Susu.
Yeah.
Dang. All right. Well, I hope he gets the absolute worst possible sentence.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
And a really bad roommate.
Yes.
All
Not
right.
advocating for anything.
Yeah, no, I am. Yeah,
You would never advocate.
No,
for
I am. Just really bad.
Merrill Brothers propose $34.6 million waste facility. St. Johns County Willway public-private partnership. A waste management company is pitching a multi-million-dollar deal in St. Johns County to St. Johns County commissioners, and it could change how the county handles one of its least glamorous problems. Merrill Brothers, a family-owned Indiana company that has operated in Florida since 2009, will present a plan at Tuesday's commission meeting to build a biosolids processing facility capable of handling 50,000 wet tons of waste per year. I don't like the sound of that.
Wet tons.
Wet tons of waste per year.
Not moist.
Nope, wet. Biosolids are the semi-solid byproduct of the wastewater treatment process, essentially treated sewage sludge that can be repurposed as fertilizer. Delicious. The proposed facility would be built at the current site of the Indian Head Biomass Yard Waste Facility in St. Johns County, a location that has already drawn complaints from nearby residents over odors and regulatory concerns. Under the proposal, the county would fund roughly $34.6 million in construction costs through 30-year municipal bonds and would own the facility from day one of operations. Merrill Brothers would then operate the facility on the county's behalf under an initial 15-year contract with 3 possible 5-year renewals. The company says its enclosed building and filtration system would eliminate the odor problems that have plagued the current open-air composting site. As evidence, Merrill Brothers points to its Pasco County facility, which has been operating since 2017 with no reported odor complaints, no enforcement actions, and no design issues. 3 St. Johns County commissioners have already toured that site. The processed waste would be converted into pelletized slow-release fertilizer marketed under the name Florida Green Fertilizer and distributed across the state. Because the county's waste volume is not expected to fill the facility's full capacity anytime soon, Merrill Brothers said it would bring in outside biosolids to fill the gap and pay the county a host fee for every ton delivered, every wet ton delivered.
Moist.
If approved, the county estimates groundbreaking could happen within 18 months and the facility operational roughly 18 months after that. On Tuesday, commissioners can reject the proposal outright, accept it, and seek competing bids or move forward with Merrill Brothers directly under state and county procedures. So this sounds like this could give relief to the neighborhoods nearby
Yeah.
that don't like the stinky
The stench.
biosolid
Yeah.
repurposing.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
I am so
I
glad
think the
there are
commissioners
people that
have
do
to
this.
listen to the neighborhood on this one.
So glad people do this job.
Yeah.
And I'm
this
so
is
glad it's
why,
not my industry.
Yeah. This is why there's always money in dirty stuff.
The banana stand.
Yeah. So, always money in it.
Right on. Because I don't want to do it.
Yep.
Gas Buddy Gas Report. Tell us in the comments what gas prices are looking like around you. I mean, the lowest price is looking better. We've got Gate at Mizell Road, which is almost never the cheapest gas. It's at $3.77. Circle K on 207 is $3.94. Gate at US 1 North is $3.96. Circle K on US 1 North is $3.96. Citco on South Ponce is $3.97. Shell at 146 King Street is $4.09. Shell at 216 Ponce de Leon Boulevard is $4.09. Sunoco on South Ponce, also $4.09. Owens on South Ponce is $4.14. Mobile and Circle K on South Ponce is $4.24. That Gas Buddy Gas Report is brought to you by the 904 Now merch store. Want to rep your local favorite and stay in the now? Check out the 904 Now merch store and show your support for St. Johns County's premier news and entertainment network. From shirts and hats to exclusive gear, it's the perfect way to stay connected to the community and represent where you're from. Whether you're watching the shows or out around the town, there's something for every fan. Shop the full collection today at the 904 Now app in the Apple App Store or online at 904nowmerch.myshopify.com. All right, got live music today. We got Kevin Edwards at Hurricane Grill and Wings at 5. Genia is at T. Smith Asian Bistro at 5:30. We've got Bob Patterson at OC White's at 5:30. Sam Passetti is at Prohibition Kitchen at 6. Stu Weaver is at Harry's at 6. Wayne Lake is closing out the night at Casa Divino 57 at 7 o'clock. That music report is brought to you by Canaan Law Attorneys. When life takes an unexpected turn, trust the team St. Augustine has relied on for over 30 years, Canaan Law. Whether it's serious injury, criminal charge, family dispute, or civil litigation, their experienced attorneys provide compassionate guidance and aggressive representation every step of the way. Led by partners Patrick Canaan, Andrew Morgan, Daniel Hilbert, and John Westfield, the firm is known for trusted results and strong community roots. Free consultations are available for personal injury and criminal defense. Call 904-849-2266. Canaan Law, legal guidance you can count on when it matters most. All right, I got to tap into the trends, and it's a World Cup story.
Yeah.
Just so you know, if you're planning to make it out for the World Cup, U.S. restaurants are adding mandatory tips to bills before foreign visitors arrive for the World Cup.
Yeah, because we're one of the few countries that tip.
Yes,
Okay. All right.
we are. And so this is a way.
I don't normally like mandatory tips, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen and see where I fall on this one.
I know, hackles immediately up, right?
Yeah.
Restaurant owners in U.S. cities hosting the FIFA World Cup 2026, stacking up to be the most expensive in history, are adding a mandatory tip to checks to account for the fact that international visitors do not share America's tipping culture. Tipping is, for better or worse, built into the expected compensation of restaurant workers in the U.S. Most American servers and bartenders earn less than minimum wage and largely rely on tips to make up the difference. Some restaurants in U.S. host cities, expecting an influx of millions of international visitors for the tournament, plan to combine the tip into the overall cost of the meal to ensure their workers are compensated. The move comes as soccer fans have already been hit by sky-high costs for flights, hotels, tickets, and transportation to the games. In Atlanta, for example, T Brunch Bar will increase its existing automatic 18% gratuity to 20%. Different people's cultures, it's nothing bad, they just don't tip, says Tanisha Murray Butler, who owns the restaurant. They're not used to it in other countries, and so they just don't like to tip. And I don't know if it's they don't like it. It's
just not part of.
It's not on their radar
Not
that
part of
that's
their culture.
an expectation.
Yeah.
Restaurants in other host cities are taking the same measure. In Boston, some businesses have proposed a mandatory 20% tip be added to customers' final bills. Steve DiFilippo, who owns an Italian restaurant called Davio's and who serves in the Massachusetts Restaurant Association Board, told NBC 10 Boston that restaurants will notify customers of the policy change by including a message on their menus. He said the move was critical to protecting workers. Our servers and bartenders are the lifeblood of our industry, and we would never want them to get hurt, he told the broadcaster. George Pantos, owner of Jimmy's Pub and Restaurant in Mansfield, disagreed with adding a mandatory service charge. He told NBC 10 that he'd prefer to post signs reminding visitors to tip and to trust that they will tip on their own. If we're as busy as we speculate, it won't be a problem, he told the outlet. The same concerns over employee well-being are driving a push for mandatory tips in Kansas City. Michael Burris, the executive director of the Missouri Restaurant Association, told the Kansas City Beacon that the organization is advising restaurants in the city to add mandatory tips to diners' bills during the 6-week tournament. If I was a server, I wouldn't be happy if I took care of somebody for 90 minutes and they didn't tip just because they didn't know any better. The mandatory tip policies are expected to be temporary, but they'll still be implemented at the time when Americans are already being squeezed. David Henkies, the senior principal of food research at Technomic, told Fox News Digital that making tipping mandatory could upset the already cash-strapped locals living in high-cost cities. Restaurant traffic has been declining, and anything that is perceived to increase the cost does risk some consumer backlash, he said, particularly if it's not well publicized or if the consumers feel there is an expectation to tip on top of the automatic tip. So how do you feel?
I get it.
Yeah.
I get this one. I think you got to really let people know up front, especially like if you're a server and you're like, okay, just so you know,
Yeah.
during this time,
Yeah.
tip is already included.
Yes.
When a server tells me that, then I have no problem with it.
Yeah.
And just say, hey, this is
not
this is
upfront
why
about
we're
it,
doing
yeah.
it. This is why we're doing it. I get why you're doing it, but have the conversation.
Yeah.
And not everyone's going to have that conversation, and there's going to be some upset people. There's going to be some pushback.
I feel like with American consumers, at least, the server should definitely have the conversation to be like, hey, with the World Cup, we do have mandatory tip included in the tab. And just so they know, because again, Americans, we expect a tip. And so where you get hurt feelings when there's a grat already added into the tab is when someone leaves a tip on top of it and they realize after the fact that they tipped twice.
Yeah.
And so I think that having that communication with someone that is from a tipping culture, then they know, like, if you want to give me extra, then give me extra, but it's already included in the tab. But having been a server, and we had seasons where it was mostly international tourists, it sucks to work those shifts.
Yeah.
It just does.
Well, I can tell you when you travel,
yeah,
the servers seek out Americans over other countries.
Yes.
Because they know,
Americans are going to tip.
If I take care of these guys, I'm gonna get a tip.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
but having been a server that had to wait on lots of international tourists, it sucks when your pay gets halved just because they don't know. And so I totally get where these restaurant associations and restaurant owners are coming from, because I mean, yes, you can have the argument that tipping shouldn't be intrinsic to the service industry and that they should be paid minimum wage or whatever. A lot of American servers don't want to be paid an hourly rate because they can make more with tips. So that is a conversation, and that is a give and a take. And I get both sides of that argument. Right now we have a tipping culture, so I totally understand why they would make sure that these international guests are not stipping people accidentally.
yeah, no, they got bills to pay.
Yes. All right. That's happened to the trends.
Yeah, like I said, it's just, as long as they're upfront with it, I'm good with it. I mean, I will warn a friend of mine who will be outraged. And he is going to the World Cup, so
yep. Let him know.
I will let him know.
All right, that trends is brought to you by Chris Lucero Bail Bonds. When the unexpected happens, turn to the name St. Augustine Trust. Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, available 24/7. Their experienced, compassionate team moves fast to help you or your loved one get out of jail and back home. They handle everything from paperwork to release with professionalism, discretion, and zero judgment. When every minute counts, remember the name and the number. Chris Lucero Bail Bonds at 904-822-BAIL. That's 904-822-2245. Maybe don't help the Sue guy. Maybe leave him.
Sue.
Back into the news. Atlantic hurricane season starts today. NHC already watching the tropics. Hurricane season officially begins today, and while the tropics are quiet for now, forecasters and emergency managers are urging residents not to wait to prepare. The 2026 hurricane season runs from June 1st through November 30th, a 6-month window that accounts for 97% of all tropical cyclone activity in the Atlantic Basin. As of this morning, the National Hurricane Center reports nothing of concern in the Atlantic Basin over the next 2 to 7 days. 3 tropical waves are being tracked, but none are showing significant development potential at this time. Forecasters are predicting a below normal season this year, with predictions ranging from 10 to 16 named storms and up to 7 hurricanes, depending on the source. Colorado State University is projecting 13 named storms, 6 hurricanes, and 2 major hurricanes. A major hurricane is classified as a Category 3 or stronger with sustained winds.
Okay, wait, I'm gonna redo the definition of that. A major hurricane's one that hits you. Okay, go ahead.
With sustained winds of at least 111 miles per hour. For context, a typical season produces 14 named storms, 7 hurricanes, and 3 major hurricanes based on the 30-year historical average. Officials stress that a below normal forecast does not mean Florida is in the clear, and that every resident should be prepared well before the storm threatens. St. Johns County residents are encouraged to follow St. Johns County Emergency Management on Facebook and X, and sign up for the Alert St. John's Emergency Notification System at sjcfl.us/hurricane. All right. I hate it when they say, we expect below normal hurricane.
Yeah, no, that's the only time. Like,
I don't like it.
When they say it's going to be the worst, and then I feel better about it. So
yeah.
So
I don't like it. Don't jinx us. Stop. Although the rain last weekend was lovely. Not hurricane related, but it was great. The ponds finally are back to their proper pond borders. I can't see the bottom, like dry bottom on our ponds anymore. All right, 2 Northeast Florida zip codes crack national list for explosive growth.
Explosive.
2 local zip codes are getting national recognition, landing on a new list highlighting the fastest growing areas in the country. A May 2026 report from Rent Cafe ranks the nation's newest and fastest growing zip codes, and Northeast Florida claims 2 spots on the list. Ponte Vedra Beach's 32081 zip code, home to the master planned community of Nocatee, came in 5th overall on the list. The numbers behind that ranking are striking. The home inventory in that zip code jumped 382% over an 11-year period, growing from just over 2,000 homes in 2014 to more than 10,000 in 2023. Population followed suit, rising 362% in the same span to reach more than 27,000 residents. Just north of St. Augustine, 32095 zip code landed 14th on the national list, posting a 165% population increase to nearly 19,000 residents, driven by a 102% rise in housing inventory. The developer behind Nocatee, Park Group, is already building on that momentum. The company opened the first neighborhoods of its new Everrange community in April, a project expected to span roughly 1,000 acres when fully completed. And the pipeline shows no signs of stopping. Between January and April of this year, the city of Jacksonville approved civil plans for more than 1,600 single-family homes across residential projects of 100 homes or more. Yippee.
Woohoo! More growth.
Yay.
Yippee!
Yeah.
Yay! I mean,
Yeah.
I know.
All those no growth people, you're finding out. Not so easy, is it?
Didn't Al Gore say Florida was going to be underwater by now?
Yeah, we're actually are underwater right now. So,
Okay.
according to Al and several others, what was the 12-year-old that everyone listened to?
Greta Thunberg.
Yeah.
Didn't AOC say that we had like X number of
8
years
years
to
or
avoid
something?
climate
Yeah.
catastrophe, and those have
Yeah.
passed now?
And now I think she's been in Congress 10. So
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, Blake, check to see how long she's been in Congress, because like when she
Love,
first
love,
came
baby.
in, it was going to be
I think she's in for like 8 years now.
8 years.
do you remember what Nancy Pelosi said when people were questioning her about AOC's election? She was like, anybody could have run in that seat and won.
Yeah, any Democrat.
Like any Democrat could have won in that seat. Just because she won in that spot doesn't mean anything.
You could put a sock with a D beside it. And,
I think she said something along those lines.
yeah.
Troy, how do you want to check the comments today?
On this magical Monday, I will march through the marvelous Minions mentions.
That magically marvelous march is brought to you by BNS Signs. For over 50 years, family-owned BNS Signs has been the trusted name in signage across St. Augustine and the surrounding area. From vinyl lettering to large pylon signs, BNS Signs does it all, backed by fast installation, expert crane service, and reliable repair and maintenance to keep signs looking their best. Named Business of the Year for 2025, BNS Signs is known for quality craftsmanship and top-level service. Make a lasting impression with BNS Signs. Visit bnssigns.com, because when it comes to signs, they do it all. All right, Troy, give us comments.
All right. So I had to go a couple different ways to get the comments. It was kind of weird. But thank you, Joy. My weather report's better than Mike's. I appreciate that. But the other gas reports, Buc-ee's is at 377, Costco at 385, but not the lowest.
Okay.
Wawa's at 371, Racetrack's at 373, BP's at 374, and Speedway's at 376.
Nice.
My friend Sid jumped in and said, "Don't forget about Chicken George." So we had a friend named Chicken George. So thank you, Sid, for the reminder. Awesome. So and like I said, the comments were kind of jumping all over the place. Sorry, Bobby, I couldn't find where you gave me probably a brilliant one. So hopefully I didn't embarrass you with that
On this Monday.
So so it should be a fun week. It is June.
It is June.
It is officially my birthday month.
Ooh.
But
Are we doing?
I'm not a big celebrator of birthdays. I
We're
never
not,
really.
so we're
have
not
been.
doing anything?
No, I'm not. It's just not. I used to go on hikes on my birthday, so no one would throw me a surprise party. No, but I'm just not a celebrator of birthdays.
All right.
So I'm glad they come. Believe me, it's the alternative. It's not great.
All right.
So
Glad to see it. Just don't want anyone to talk
no,
about
I'm
it.
glad it comes every year. I'm glad it does. So
Just
when
like
they
you.
stop is when things get bad, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have a stardom stat?
We do have a stardom stat. On this day, 1980, Robert Ted Turner had this crazy idea.
Yeah.
Can you believe he thought that a news network 24 hours would work?
That's wild.
Crazy idea.
It's never going to last.
He's insane.
Yep.
You know, and I can't hold on to this pen.
Because it's so crazy.
It's so crazy. And now it's all about the news all the time.
Yes.
How many news networks are out there
So-
right now? Like 10?
So the
Including us? There's way more than 10.
so that was the end of happiness,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
The beginning of the end of happiness was 1980s when CNN started.
Well, and it did
Because now
start.
everyone's mad all the time.
It did start slow because we were in such a habit of watching it at 11 o'clock.
Yeah,
You know, so it did start slow.
it did.
You know, and the Persian Gulf kind of made CNN.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean that coverage with Wolf.
Yeah.
You know, everyone watched it.
Yeah.
Everyone watched it. I don't know. Well, you were pretty young, and Blake wasn't in existence at that point.
I watched it.
91.
My brother was playing a basketball game and someone ran into the basketball gym and like interrupted the game and said that we were at war.
Mhm.
So we watched it. It was a big deal.
I still have the USA Today newspaper article of when we bombed Baghdad.
Okay.
So it was the headlines of that day.
Yeah.
I have it somewhere in some scrapbook or something like that. I was like, I'm just going to hold on to this at some point.
I have New York papers from 9/11
Mhm.
because I was in New York, Long Island, when 9/11 happened. So I have New York papers from that.
So no, but CNN kind of started the whole news thing, and now we can't get enough of the news, and we're really happy you guys can't get enough of the news. It actually keeps us going.
I
So
don't know about 24 hours of news.
24 hours is a lot.
That's a lot. All right,
So-
that's Stardom Stat brought to you by Sonny's Barbecue. Craving real Southern barbecue? Sonny's Barbecue, located at 2720 State Road 16 in St. Augustine, serves up slow smoked favorites made to satisfy. Start with crowd pleasers like barbecue pork egg rolls, smoked wings, or crispy corn nuggets. Then dig into their tender baby back ribs or try one of the Pitmaster's picks with all the classic sides, including that famous garlic bread. And no visit is complete without Sonny's signature sweet tea. Sonny's Barbecue, local Pitmaster since 1968. All right, plugs, Troy.
All right, plugs, stick around. We'll have Bollocks tonight. Don't stick around, but we have Bollocks tonight.
Stare at your phone.
Yeah, you know,
Wait for
go
us to
take
go
a nap.
live.
Go take a nap till 5.
Take your shoes off.
But
Relax.
we have a fun show. We'll have 5 questions tonight. And if you didn't get a chance, go back and check out Troy's 2 cents. I think I did okay last week.
It was a good one.
I thought I was okay.
It was a good
So,
one. Do you have any plugs for us, Blake?
Yeah, if you'd like to help support the 904 Now or bring your podcast to us here, you can always contact me at blake904now@gmail.com. And I believe later tonight, after Bollocks, I'm going to be heading to St. Joseph's Academy because today is the home opener for the St. Augustine Sardines.
the
The
Sardines.
sardine.
Yeah, we have a summer league baseball
right.
league starting here. So good luck. How many teams are in that league? 4 or 5?
I'm not sure the exact number.
So the Sardines.
Busting out of the can for opening night.
Sardines are opening tonight. Hopefully they don't stink.
Don't put it on pizza.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, subscribe on YouTube, and Rumble. We got Bollocks tonight. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.